muchos quieren decir gente tóxica, cosas así, pero Yailin es una niña que tiene...
Okay, so yes, I was listening to music before the show started. How's everybody doing today? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. So we was coming to the show tonight. So basically what happened, if you're looking at the chat, Marcus has just been putting that up. 6ix9ine, there's a situation with him. He's currently live, but you heard me playing. He's speaking Spanish. There's not much I could do with that. And I don't know how much of our audience actually speaks Spanish, so there's not much I could say about that. But if we have any Spanish speakers in here, please go to the 6ix9ine page. Listen to what 6ix9ine is saying. If he's saying anything particularly interesting, and if it's possibility, can you put it into the chat? We can have a discussion about that. With that being said, apparently what they're saying is that he had a fight with Yailin. We can't even really call it a fight when it's a situation where a man is whooping on a woman. Allegedly, I haven't seen the videos or the photo at all of her, but allegedly she looks like she has been injured. Looks like she was in a fight. Allegedly, she was on live and there was videos of her or photos of her, and she looks like she has been beaten up. I think they're saying also he's in Miami. I don't know about all of that. As far as I know, he's supposed to still be in the Dominican. So that's what's going on with that particular guy, 6ix9ine. That's what's happening right there. If y'all want to put a conversation about that in the chat, do that. Actually, I was prepared to talk about Diddy tonight just so we can be clear. Somebody has come forward and they said more names of rappers who they say they've either witnessed or participated having intercourse with Diddy. I know he's live, but he's speaking Spanish. Do you understand what he's saying? Or is he going to start talking English at some point? Just asking, not trying to be funny. That was not coming for you. I just want to look, I'm gonna play it.
Una niña que tiene, a mí me digan, sabes, abusador, cuando no es así.
Remember, over here, most of the English speaking world is very offended by him. So I'm guessing he's speaking specifically because I believe he's in the Dominican. So I think it would just behoove him when speaking about this to speak in Spanish rather than English. Sorry, I just got something. He's basically protecting himself. Oh, you mean with the live, or was he protecting himself when he was beating on the woman? Is he trying to say, yo, she was coming at me. She had all of the knives. She had one in the mouth. She had two in each hand. She looked like Zorro. She was coming for me, fam. He's gonna be on his live like this. He's gonna be like, I had to defend myself. He's gonna be like this. I had to defend myself. I had to defend. She was coming at me like this. She's gonna say that's how she was coming at him. So you know, he had to throw them hands. He couldn't help it. She was there, she was in front of him, or he knows that she went like this. Then she drew the other sword, and she drew this sword. Like that, and she did one of those moves. She did one of those moves. And when she did that move right there, you know, she almost took him out. When she did that move right there, she almost took him out. He was able to dodge it. I mean, I don't know what happened. I hope the girl is fine. I hope this is an over exaggeration. As we've seen, in recent history, we can't always jump to conclusion that the assault did take place. I'm just saying, let's be fair. Let's not always just jump to the conclusion that the actual assault did take place. Remember, right now we're going through a situation where everybody is looking at Meg Thee Stallion a certain way because currently there's a gentleman that's locked up that many people believe, as though myself also, that he should not actually be in jail. And he's currently locked up. So we've kind of got into a point in society right now where people are saying a lot of women is abusing this privilege we've been giving them of protection, because part of protection is direction. I know you think protection is after shit went left, but no, before shit go left. And saying you should probably not do that, or this is different decision would be better suit all of us. That's part of the protection, just so we can be clear. In any regard, I don't know what's going on with that. But I do have some stuff to say about Diddy. Do y'all want to hear this Diddy business? Anybody want to hear this Diddy business? Anybody want to hear this Diddy business? Okay, so this Diddy business is really, really thick. So somebody is confirming Cassie's story and basically confirming my stories also. Okay, so just so we could be clear, because I was telling y'all about this shit even before they were saying about this shit. I was talking about this. I was putting people in the game for quite some time now about Diddy. This is not anything that we haven't spoken about and I haven't said. I just want to be clear on this. So one of Diddy's male sex slaves I saw an interview that he had with the police. I planned on talking about that tonight with y'all. Dude, he's speaking Spanish. What you want me to do, Marcus? Marcus, what you want me to do? What you want me to do, Marcus? I need you to explain to me. I need you to explain to me, Marcus. I need all of the explanations. Michael B. Jordan crashing out in Hollywood racing another Ferrari. Oh, so that's how Michael B. Jordan got into the accident. In any regard, what do you want me to do, Marcus?
Solo estoy haciendo este en vivo para aclarar mi nombre. No quiero que gente me siga mirando.
Marcus, can you translate?
Hay unas gentes ahí fanáticos. ¿Por qué estás hablando? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? Pero si
all right, so there we go. You've heard a little bit more what Tekashi's had to say. Heard a little bit more about what Tekashi had to say. Tory Lanez appeal being considered by the Attorney General. Shout out to DJ Academics. He posted this. I'm going to read this real quick. I'm going to read that real quick. So it says, it's in the Court of Appeal of the State of California, Second Appellate District, Division 3. It says in R.E. Daystar Peterson on habeas corpus, section... Okay, so there's an order made, obviously. It says, we have read and considered the petition of writ of habeas corpus filed on December 12th, 2023. Good reason appearing. The petition will be considered together with petitioner's pending appeal in case number. Then the case number. The Attorney General is directed to serve and file points and authorities on or before the due date for the respondent's brief in the above referred, this letters is tiny, above referred appeal discussing whether an order to show cause should issue. All right, so basically they have, it's just saying that they're gonna look, and the Attorney General is going to listen to the new evidence, because the thing that I'm always telling y'all how appeals work is this way. And this is why I say y'all guys be talking about somebody's going to appeal. When I be like, appeals aren't like what you guys think. You can't just appeal, because you can't just win an appeal and go to court for a new trial just because you don't like what happened. That's not the way that works. The way it works is if there has to be new evidence that can be introduced that might have changed the course of the trial, new pertinent evidence, you understand? A new witness, new DNA evidence, something new, video evidence, new evidence has to be introduced in order for there to be a reason to have a new trial, because there has to be something that can either recontextualize some of the things in which was already in the trial, or nullify some of the things that were already in the trial, or just shine light on something. Because let's say somebody was found guilty because of a specific thing, and then some evidence come out that that specific thing is incorrect. You have to give them a second chance at going for another trial now, because they were that was what hinged the decision that was made. Give me 1 second. So basically, the Attorney General, that's just paperwork saying that the Attorney General is going to look into it and decide what they're going to do next. And what you could assume that they're going to do next is if there's an eyewitness saying a thing, I very much don't think they're just going to be like, well, you know what? Screw that. Leave him where he's at. An eyewitness? That's going to be pretty hard to be like, screw it. You understand what I'm saying? That's going to be pretty hard. For eyewitness, this is an eyewitness. That's going to be pretty hard. Let me change the setting for something real quick. Here we go. Oh, shit. I forgot I got to do this every show. I do it here. I mean, it could probably happen and work in real time too, right? Boom. All right, so do this other thing. Good thing I came over here to do this. All right, boom. There we go. Had to do a thing. All right, so listen, pay attention. This is all I'm saying. If they're gonna look into this case any further, basically, if they have an actual witness saying a thing, see, this is what's gonna come out, right? What's gonna come out is they would not have given Kelsey that what they gave Kelsey, the order, the immunity. Is gonna come out that they would not have given Kelsey the immunity if not for Megan Thee Stallion. That's what's gonna come out. I'm telling you, that's what's gonna come out. That's what's gonna come out. That if not for Megan Thee Stallion, we would never gave her immunity in the first place. Now we can't prosecute her for this crime. But just so we could be clear, they might still be able to prosecute her. Y'all know that, right? Hold on. You do know Kelsey could still be prosecuted. I'm just going way too far ahead of myself. You know Kelsey could still be prosecuted, right? Y'all do know this, right? Part of every immunity deal is honesty and telling the truth. If there's an eyewitness saying that she is not telling the truth, the one person who did not have any alcohol in them also might have add. And if I am to remember correctly, he said he was physically separating the two. They said that they did not have any altercation at all. Specifically, Meg Thee Stallion said that. So you know what the next trial is going to be about? Meg Thee Stallion trying to save her career while torpedoing Tory Lanez' career and sending him to prison. There was 4 people there and only one of them was sober. I can't wait to find out why he didn't testify in the first trial. They might be in even more trouble. It gets thickety. It gets all of the thickety. It gets thickety in here. It's be so thickety. They be like, It's too much going on. We're not sure what's happening, but it's too much. I believe he's going to win an appeal. I believe they're going to go back to trial. But I told you that previously, that I thought they should be able to win an appeal just off of the simple fact that his own lawyers did such a terrible job. Like, if his lawyers didn't do a bad job, he wouldn't have been found guilty. They did a really bad job. They didn't really try to shoot any holes in the other story whatsoever. They just said, well, you guys are lying. We know. Let's just get in here and get out. So they was like moving more like that. They weren't moving as, okay, you guys are lying, but let's make sure everybody know how you're lying. That part. See, this is the problem when you have a lot of people, right, that are saying one story, and then you have very few people saying a different story. Individuals tend to believe that because more people are saying that story is probably true. That's not the way it works. You ever did that thing in school? We did this thing in school. You ever did that thing in school where they had a real long line of us kids, right? And they had a kid at the first kid whisper something to the second kid, and then all of the kids whispered that all the way to the end of the line, and we get to the end of the line, and then the last kid say, what is the thing that came to you? And then they say whatever that is. But when you find out what the first person whispered, it's always something different. This is how y'all be deciding who to be 2 and 4. So that's why when somebody is telling a lie about somebody specifically, all the way down that line, there's a million different things being said. All the way down that line. Because Satan is working. Because it originated from something that was not true. So Satan is working. Just saying. Just explaining. With that being said, could we talk about Diddy for a minute? Can we talk about Diddy for a minute? So I should probably go get the dude that was talking. You can sit there and ignore me all you want. You fucking care. All in their prime, playing in the 2020s. Who's dominating the league? Prime Braun, Prime Comey, Prime MJ, Prime Wilt. First thing I'm going to say is, I just saw this shit right here. I'm about to just do that, and then I'm going to go through the thing. I'm just sidetracked for a second. This is a side quest. First thing I'm going to say is, the Golden State Warriors won too many chips during Prime Braun, right? Dirk won one also, right? I don't think anybody won during Prime Jordan, just so we could be clear. Also, during Prime Wilt, he didn't win chips. He was just putting up big numbers, right? So I'd still rather be Prime MJ. And during Prime Kobe, as great as Kobe was, second to only MJ in my mind, people kind of forget he exists and keep talking about LeBron. So I'm going to go with Prime MJ. You niggas don't get it. Y'all know what programming is, right? What up, Latoya Hicks? Y'all know people be getting programmed, right? So, part of unplugging yourself out of the matrix is not allowing for the programming that they send out through media to affect you. I just want to slow down for a second. I'm sorry. I'm going to give Diddy a minute, but I'm going to say something real quick. So you do understand why Hollywood was so confident with the woke agenda that they was trying to push on us for the last couple of years. And now that it has actually failed, they are like beside themselves, right? That's because for many years, Hollywood pushes our social behavior. For many years. So it's not that they had that whole woke thing going on because they believed everybody was woke. They had the whole woke thing going on because they was trying to spread wokeness, but they couldn't because so much of this wokeness shit now is insane. So it didn't work. It's basically propaganda. That's why you hear Bob Iger literally say that they changed some of the movies, the direction, and they're gonna make less movies that's supposed to have messages now. Literally said this for the people that think that I'm capping. And just so we could be clear, we spoke about this a couple of days ago. I found out about the Bob Iger thing yesterday. But I've been talking about Disney for how many days now? As I've been talking about how they have problems over there. How I've been talking about Disney, fam. There's a reason for that. In any regard. So there's a dude that was I don't know what account I saw it on, so give me 1 second. So there was a dude that apparently my neck is killing me and my arm is messing with me too. So I'm hoping it's not like an oncoming of a stroke. This is my left arm. So I'm kind of a little concerned. In any regard. Sorry. Okay, so I'm trying to see if I still have the video. Nope, I did a whole bunch of actual watching. Hold on. There was a video that I saw. It was from, I forgot the name of the woman's page. She has a pretty decent page. I've just found the page as of recent. And here we go. There we go. Boom. That's the video. So
the cannabis industry is exploding nationwide, and that's why I created the Master Mentors Live educational platform to train, prepare, and mentor.
I probably won't.
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you've been watching.
So I'm not gonna play her whole commentary because I'm not trying to steal her content. But what I will do is I'll tell you her name is Tissa Tales. Go check her page out. And basically, what happened is there's this dude, and he used to be a you know, the people that Cassie had to call up to come have the hitter, to come have, you know, SEX or whatever. This is one of the dudes, I'm assuming. He was like, that's what he did. He was a escort. He was a male escort. Hold on. I'm trying to make the damn thing turn. Come on. What the fuck? Okay. You know what? I'm not even going to play with you today. Press that button. That's going to make it work, right? Boom.
That agenda, that's why he's so famous. They land all the contracts. It's his attorneys, which are Mark Garagos and Ben Mercedes.
So, hold on. I'm going to fast forward it past some of this stuff because I just want to get to a specific thing. I don't want to, he says a lot. So I just want to show you who the dude was. So hold on.
Who were his attorneys, okay? And Christopher Leon's here was my attorney. They asked me to turn in that, which was the video recording, and I did so. They gave it back to me accidentally, and it's possible.
Heard what he said? They asked him to turn in the video recorder. Hold on, rewind a little.
Basically, he would not tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard
15. He hit it 15 times.
I take Sean the threat of death on me, okay? I don't have it, but I can make it available under secrecy. That means I wouldn't be
So he has some kind of evidence or some kind of proof. He can give it to them, but he want to do it secretly. So real quick, I want to let you know. He had this interview in like 2015. They said he was crazy and they said he was crazy. Basically, he needed to be put into a hospital or something. So far, I'm going to tell you what he said. He says he's telling them about the videos that he have. He said they threaten his life. He said he said he had about 15 encounters with Cassie. He's going to say, yo, look, check this out. This is what he was doing. He wasn't even there. He was like, just be on the phone talking to somebody, just watching me have sex with Cassie. And then like from an intercom, tell me what to do to her. That's crazy. So basically, he was just OnlyFans and Cassie. And she didn't even know.
I don't want to be getting credit for anything, okay? I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he was not talking about Tekashi. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard lots of business. Because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with people and stuff, and I was like a slave, okay? For them, that's what I was. That's all right?
And he was the male. And did you hear what he said? He did it with Cassie and Sean. So they was just doing any old thing.
I called herpes, and I came back and I seen for herpes and more.
He called herpes.
Mercedes were his attorneys, okay? And Christopher Leon's here was my attorney. They asked me to turn in that, which was the video recording, and I did so. They gave it back to me accidentally, and it's possible I threw everything out. It's possible I can produce a copy. Yeah, sure. It's possible. I'm not sure. Tell me how all of that led up to Thursday night, Friday morning. Well, I've been trying. My settlement put me in a box. Basically, I couldn't talk because I was going to be sued.
I made over $10 million on Amazon. If I lost it all and had to rebuild in today's AI age, here's exactly what I would do. First,
basically, I couldn't talk because I was going to be sued. So I let it be, but it didn't bother me.
Later on, he's going to say, listen, later on, he's going to say, he's going to say Rick Ross and DJ Khaled. Because at the time that all of this was happening, Diddy was living in Miami. At the time all of this was happening, Diddy was living in Miami. He's going to say, I'm not saying that any of this is true. He's going to say DJ Khaled's name, and he's going to say freaking Rick Ross. He's going to say both of them is gay. I don't know. They be going to them white and them Diddy parties, man. That's why I don't want to go to nobody party, man. I don't want to go to nobody party. You can go to all the parties you want to go to. I don't want to go to nobody's party, man. I'm fine. I'm not trying to fit in. I'm just trying to be me in the places that I could be me. That's it. If there's a place that I can't be me, that's not a place for me. That's it. It's that easy. It's that simple. (6ix9ine) beating the fall off allegations. How is he beating the fall off allegation? Oh, that he didn't fall off by getting 360K live views on his IG live. But they said he beat a girl up. I'm not surprised he got that many. You bet who all? I don't know what that. I was. You bet who all? Like, oh, these guys gay, possibly. I don't know. The heck, I know. I know. Whenever I see it, this is just me speaking, and this is because there's a lot of dudes in the industry that, you know, whatever, man. I don't care. I'll just say it like this: for the people that is trying too hard to be like, I be banging mad shorties. I'm just saying those is probably the ones you should be paying attention to. I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm just gonna leave it there. And I'm saying just in general, I'm just gonna leave it there. It's probably the guys you should be looking at like, sugar, you say, in the tank? This English?
Subí que le regale cosas a las mujeres y después se lo quita.
¿Quita qué?
Tú, yo no tengo nada. ¿Dónde está lo mío?
Nah, he said, nah, Blueface, you ain't gonna go ahead of me. He trying to catch up to Blueface. That's all. He said, nah, Blueface, I'm trying to get my Zeus show too. Why does Zeus ain't give him a show? He probably can't do the show. They tried to, they gave him all that money to do the video gaming, and he couldn't even do that. So he probably can't even do a show on Zeus. Like, there's just a certain level of, you know, professionalism and consistency that you need, that they just even gonna want to deal with you to even be in that particular position. I don't know if he particularly has it. That's what I'm saying. They said 50 Cent is beefing with Diddy for pulling his baby mama Daphne Joy. 50 Cent called Diddy gay. Diddy responded by giving the Johnson to 50 baby mama. Yeah, but I'm not with the chick no more. Why would you care? I don't know. Hey, why would you care? Like, is his kid little and he got worried about this dude being around your kid? I care for that. But other than that, why would he care? The fuck? I think people be too worried about controlling other people. I think that's the problem. I think people be too worried. Like, it's fear. Like, when you real scared, you want to control other people. You understand what I'm saying? When you real scared, fearful, you want to control other people. You know what I'm saying? When you're not really scared and fearful, you're not thinking about controlling other people. You understand what I'm saying? So I think that's what it is. I think it's fear. He would just be scared. You know what I'm saying? So they feel like they need to be able to control others. That's why, like, most of the time, that's why it's always like the suckers that beat on their wife. You know what I'm saying? They be scared. You know what I'm saying? For whatever. And that's another reason why women stop trying to play with niggas. Like, stop playing with your man. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these dudes that got that fear that calls for them to, you know, be, I guess, erratic in a relationship or whatever you want to call it. That shit had to come there from somewhere. You understand what I'm saying? Just like when it's a woman and she's like, you know, has something about her that us men might not appreciate. It had to come from somewhere. Maybe she had to put that as a defense mechanism because of situations that she's been in. Well, us men are the same way. Sometimes we have certain behaviors that are just defense mechanisms because of relationships of our past. So I think that we just all gotta be mindful of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. No shots at nobody. But 6ix9ine trying to get to that Zeus check. He said, you know what? Y'all got Blueface in America with the English speaking languages. I'm gonna have the Spanish speaking chicks over here fighting. We're gonna have a international Zeus Olympics. We gonna go get them other chicks too from the Bad Girls Club. I think they got. So we're gonna get all of the. We're gonna have a Zeus Olympics. It's gonna be like shit, like that like it's gonna be like, oh man, I just thought this was stupid shit. I'm like, I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna stop giving out free dope ass free ideas by accident. Free ideas and shit. Just had a dope ass idea. I'm gonna be quiet though. Sometimes when you see me doing that, it's just me trying to. I'm working the thing in my head to make sure I don't forget it, but I can't say it out loud because I don't want to give it. So like generally speaking, I'll be in here like saying the shit out loud, working it out real quick, and we'll be working with it. But I'm not doing that right now because I'm tired of giving out great ideas for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like great ideas, I'll be giving them shits away. You understand? So I don't want to do that. That's all. In any regard, what else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. What time is it? 10:30. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Shit is funny. Niggas is funny. Niggas is funny as shit. And you don't never know. Like, all right, so I'm gonna say it like this. So if Diddy is gay, right? What does that say about the people who've been working close by Diddy? And the reason why I say this is not because this person gay, that person gay, but apparently you kind of gotta be gay to work with Diddy. Is that why 50 always makes it clear I don't fuck with them niggas? Is that why 50 makes that shit clear all the time? Nah, I don't go to those parties. I'm not even invited. Is that why 50 make that shit clear? Look, I'm not even invited to them shindigs. I don't go to them things. They just have me hugging them. I don't want no dude trying to hug on the hug. I don't really want to be hugged up in the first place. I don't never want to be hugged up with a dude. We're not doing that. But just so we can be clear, trying to do that from the back is an attack. It's always an attack. Just so we can be clear, that's always an attack. Any guy ever trying to hug you from behind, that's an attack. Don't take it no other way. You need to do all of the protections. The hell, my freaking arm. It really is. In any regard. So interestingly enough, all of the companies that generally invest in Diddy's productions have all been pulling out. So I've been thinking about this. Oh yeah, hold on. I'll talk about that in 2 seconds. So I think they're about to come for Diddy the way that they came for R. Kelly. That's what I think is gonna happen. But I think that they need to separate more of Diddy's money and resources from him first. That's what I think is going on. The few said some dude that was an actor. I forgot his name. He's an actor. He said some dude was talking about Diddy called them and said come to a room. When he asked him where, Diddy said just me. No, so dude was I'll tell the story. So I forgot the guy's name though. So dude was at the Oscars or the Grammys or some shit. So it was like after it was over, he asked him did he attend. He called him in the middle of the night. He was like, "Yo, did you attend the whatever the award show was?" He was like, "Nah, I didn't go. Like I stayed home and shit." He was like, "Yo, what you doing right now?" He said, "Yo, I'm in bed, me and my wife." He said, "Word." He said, "Yo, I'm down here at the, Blase Blah Hotel. You should come down here." He was like, "Word?" He said, "Yo, what's going on? It's like a party or some shit?" He was like, "Nah, it's just me." What the fuck are you talking about, Diddy? First of all, I'm laying in bed with my wife. So even if I want to get up, it got to be an incredible reason. It got to be an incredible reason, fam. This is the end of the night. I'm laying in bed with my wife. My first priority is the protection of my family. I'm laying in bed with my wife. It's the end of the night. She's in her most vulnerable state. I don't want to go nowhere and do nothing. How important is this? How? It's just you? So this isn't even an opportunity for me to go bump some elbows and quite possibly get a role doing something or find some project that I can go half on with somebody and get something done. This isn't even one of those situations. This is just you're lonely and you're trying to call over somebody to have some Diddy's fun time with. And you called me. And I'm a dude. So 9 times out of 10, I wasn't the first person you called. Shout out to Body Cam. 9 times out of 10. So that means that people are avoiding you. This is after an award show and Puff Daddy is not at a party of his own doing. I'm not even talking about being invited to the party. I'm talking about you're not throwing one. Anybody think I'm on to something or am I just thinking too much? Give me 1 second. First time my neck hurt, it was specifically because first time my arm hurt is because my neck. I don't know what the fuck. Anyway, so interestingly enough, what was one of the things that I've told you about P. Diddy every time we've had a conversation about this guy? I say, yo, look, it's not about the sex with him, it's about power. Told ya. And listen to what dude said. Dude said basically he would call over a man or people to have group intercourse that he at times wasn't even involved in. He was over here talking business on the phone. That leads me to believe that they were being video recorded, but it wasn't just for recording, it was also for broadcasting. They had his own webcam going on, and he was probably on the phone with the people. And why he was giving demands is because the people on the phone was like, yo, have them do this, have them do that. That's what I'm assuming. How could a person like that have friends? Like, even if you hanging out with that person and laughing and joking with that person, you can't be that person's friend. Or should I say that person can't be your friend? You could be as friendly to that person as possible, but it will not be mutual. A person that sees human beings as cattle, they can only see you as a pet. Something to be mindful of. You see human beings as cattle, fam. There's certain stories I try to stay away from because the public just ain't ready for it. Diddy's a good 5-6 months away from any kind of real sustained attack that he's going to really feel a need to really address, where he's probably going to make his big mistake. He's probably a good 5 months away from that. They're going to keep coming for him. There's going to be a new thing that people are going to bring up every day because now the internet got a hold of it. So people are going to be doing research about this, research about that, looking to see what's fake, looking to see what's real. A lot of people's pages are going to get super exposed in a negative light for having a lot of shit that's not real about them, whether they speak it negative or positive. So I will say this, and this is just to be cognizant of what's actually going on. Be mindful that our collective energies is powerful. Be mindful that when we come together and focus on something, we can move mountains. Be mindful that God resonates in our actions, in our speech, if we call for him. So realize that every time we move ourselves further away from the Lord, we diminish not just ourselves, but our whole community. We diminish everyone around us. We diminish anyone that could quite possibly benefit from us winning, even without us even attempting to help them. People will win by osmosis. So I want to be clear about this. And I don't really want there to be no misunderstanding. They're going to be coming after Diddy. And in about 4 or 5 months, so I'll say, so this is December, January, February, March. I say around March. Around March, April is where it's going to be the big mistake he's going to make. All right? Watch. He's probably going to do a little bullshit here and there, but March, April is where something big is going to happen with this dude. Watch. Around March, April. Because right now he's just getting seasoned. This is all seasoning. You understand? Remember also, I think they extended that thing by another year where people could still open up complaints now. They extended it by a year. All of this shit going on right now with Homeboy is just seasoning, fam. That's all it is. It's just seasoning. One of the things that Homeboy that was talking also said is that there was a really strong NDA that he signed because they gave him a big check. So they've been paying people off forever. Something to be mindful of. Also, Young Miami, how long do you think she's going to be able to keep her mouth shut? Because if Diddy is consistent in his ways, that means that Young Miami took somebody's place that was there previously, because he always has a certain construct around him as far as females are concerned. It was Mary, it was Cassie, it was Kim Porter. So how long do you think Homegirl is going to be able to keep her mouth shut about quite possibly doing some kind of sex trafficking of herself? Well, because it's one thing to date a young woman, but it's another thing to date a young woman so you can have access to young girls. It's one thing for a 40 or 50-year-old man to date a 30-year-old woman in their late 20s because they're dating them. It's another thing for that same man to date that girl because he wants to have access to her friends or access to the influence that she has with girls her age. That's different. Just things to be mindful of. I think that's often the problem also. Sometimes people's not mindful of what's really going on. Latoya Hicks says not long at all, and she's going to talk for sure. Maybe that's the thing that happens. Because the reason why I'm not even going to say why I think it's going to happen. Something's going to happen around that time of the year. But I got a pretty good track record, and I might be wrong. Who knows, right? But I do got a pretty good track record of knowing what the hell I'm talking about. We ain't got to act like that's not a thing. What time we got? It's going on 11. Anything else y'all guys want to talk about? I don't want to hold you too tough. It's going on 1 hour. I should have went. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Put in the chat. Okay, I'm doing something important just so we can be clear. Nah, shit. Now I gotta go out there and figure out a way. I gotta go out there and get some fucking more. I gotta get some more exercise in, so I gotta be a little bit more active. All right, we'll do that. All money is not good money. That's a fact. So just so we could be clear, if these things that's being said about Diddy is actually true. So what was Young Miami's role in this? Because Young Miami was making a big point of being really, really close to her. Also, I believe there is an individual that a female that was working close to Diddy that actually said that Young Miami was like doing some weirdo shit to her because she thought that her and Diddy might have something going on. Now, with that being said, I'm assuming any chick that's around Diddy, he's banging all of them because you got to be invited to these parties and you got to get down and you got to do stuff. Remember, he had the I don't know if she was just a chef, but or if she was a full on maid, but he had the chef, I believe, the lady that was working for him. And I heard some stories, but the one that recently had just came out is that somebody had came in there and took advantage of her at one point or another. But from what I know about Diddy, the way they have his situation that's set up, you could just what I've heard. I don't know anything. I haven't been anywhere to see anything with my own two eyes. I just want to be clear about that. What I've heard about Diddy is like, what in the heck, fam? I don't know what to tell you. And like I said, I've been hearing about Diddy since since the 1990s. I've been hearing about that dude for the longest, fam. I've been rapping for the longest. I've been in the industry like I niggas know me, fam. I promise you. I promise you. Don't be surprised if I'm gonna say it like this. So I was talking to somebody today, right? My neighbor around the corner. Uh, cool dude. I'm not gonna yell his name out. I don't want nobody to go fuck with him, but he don't care. He not gonna go fuck with him anyway. It don't matter. But I'm not gonna yell his name out. Shout out to the homie. So we talking, and while we talking, I guess the weirdos, something happened. I don't want to say what it is. So I turned to him and I was like, one of the ways about me, like nobody calls me by my, like even my family, like, these guys I don't deal with them, whatever. They don't call me by my government name. Like no one calls me by my government name. Like no one. You understand? Like maybe chicks that I've banged. But I mean, I've slept with women that never knew a name. It's not important. It's a whole nother story. Other things is I was dating this one chick for like I don't know how long I was dating her for like 2-3 months. She never knew my name, fam. At least I guess she knew my name. She had to have known my name. I mean, I was a dude in the hood, and but anyway, it's long story. Long story. All right. So long story. So nobody calls me by my name. So somebody walked past me, something happened, and I'm talking to the dude, and he was like, "So what do they call you?" I was like, "My family?" He was like, "Yeah." I said, "They call me Bob." He was like, "That's your middle name?" I said, "No." I was like, "Psycho Bob." That's what like people call me. So that's just something a back I just thought of. So yeah, so like that's what people grew up calling me. Something happened to make me think about a different thing. So I started telling the story, but then I realized that I didn't want to tell you a certain thing aspect that happened in the story because I just didn't want to say it. Um, some weirdo shit happened. Anyway, shout out to the homie. Anyway, so yeah, so don't nobody call me that. Like nobody calls me my government name. Like nobody. You understand what I'm saying? Like nobody. You understand? So if anybody ever comes up to you and talk to you about me and they're just calling me, they don't know me. I promise you they don't know me. Nobody does that. They lying to you. They lying to you. Don't nobody do that. Don't nobody call me my government name. Nobody in my fam. Uh, my aunt my aunt that live in Georgia, maybe them. I'm trying to find somebody. They don't call me by my government name, fam. because they feel like honored to call me by my street name. Like I earned that. Like I'm not gonna say it's a long story, but like I was popular, fam. Like when they started calling me that, like that made them feel like you know what I'm saying? Like it's hard for me to put it, fam. Same people that don't want to call other people in my family by their street names, calling me by mine felt like, you know what I'm saying? Like real talk. I'm just saying what it is, fam. I'm really that dude. I'm not like all praise to the Most High. Glory be to God. Everything. I'm nothing without him. I'm everything with him. This is not me trying to self-aggrandize and I'm not trying to make myself seem bigger than what I am. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying what it is. I'm not trying to make myself out to be any kind of whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying what it is, man. Same people have the same arguments. I'm not calling that kid that, but it came to me though. B.O.B. Nobody calls me that. Nobody calls me my government. You ever hear anybody calling me my government? They tricking you. Don't nobody call me that. Anyway, I don't even generally turn around when people say like my first name. Like I don't like that doesn't even register. Like if you say like my whole name or something close to my whole name, I'm like, but if you just say my first name, like that probably wouldn't even register. That probably wouldn't even be enough for me to turn around. I'm just being honest with you. Oh man. Anyway, what time we got? It's going on 11. It's a little over an hour. Anything y'all guys want to talk about? If not, I think I'm gonna go and I might get something to eat. I don't know. Anything y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Come on, let's go. Shit dumb funny. Like I saw some weirdos trying to do that in Clubhouse one time. They was like in Clubhouse and they started like trying to call me by my. I'm like, y'all niggas don't know not nobody that know me. Some other weirdo told you my first name. Y'all niggas don't know nobody. Y'all niggas ain't never met not one relative of mine. Nobody that know me. Like, what the fuck is you doing? In here talking in this Clubhouse like we cool like that. We not cool like that. Who you trying to trick? And I'm talking like that. Like, yo, what are y'all doing? And then they like, yo, see, we trying to help. What are you trying to help? Get out of here. You know what? I'll just never speak to you guys again. How about that? And I've never spoken to them since. Michael B. Jordan crashes a Ferrari. Racing. Those streets aren't even made. He probably hit a pothole, fam. You understand? That's what I mean. Like those streets aren't even made for people to be trying to race on, fam. He probably hit a pothole. You dudes didn't even have. You dudes is racing. Like y'all gotta stay right in that. Like I don't know. With those, I don't know. Not everybody could do that. So let me tell you what happened. Anybody ever been to Eastern Parkway? Okay, so I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you a story. Okay, so I'm getting a map for Eastern Parkway real quick. Brooklyn. I'm going to show you something real quick. There we go. Boom. All right, so on Eastern Parkway, they have the service road. I already found it. Appreciate you, KJ. They have the service road, right? So let me see if I could put this on so you can see the street. I want you to be able to see the street. Boom. So in Eastern Parkway, they got the service road, right? So you see the street right here on the top, right? That's like the basically like the parkway, right? And you see down here in the bottom, that's like a tiny one-way street right here, right? You see right here? Tiny like one-way street, right? You see the car. You see that, right? It's one lane, right? You see. So I was in a 16-foot budget truck, no box truck. And we was doing a job out there. Me and I think it was two of us, but I do know I was there with a person that used to work here with me at some one point, right? And you know I sped down that bitch. I mean, I was doing about 40, maybe 50. I think I was doing like speeding down that shit. And so if I would have went just a tiny bit that way, I would have clipped that car. And if I would have went just a tiny bit that way, I would have clipped that car. And I sped from one stoplight to the other. Zzz. Done. Mother shitting on themselves. It was two of us because it was like his nephew or some shit. Shitting on themselves. Just shitting on themselves. It was so scared. It's just one lane. Look, it's just one fucking lane. And I was in a box truck. So a box truck is wider than a car because I got the box on the back. Man. I was a different guy. I don't know what to tell you. Definitely a different guy. And I have like full faith in my self. Like if I decide to do something for full faith, I'm going to succeed. So at that moment, I just decided to do that. And I knew it was going to work out. Anyway, yeah, so that's all I got for y'all tonight. Come back to the morning show, morning coffee. Everybody, just have a good night. If you got anybody still awake in your household, please give them a hug. Tell them you love them. You don't never know what's gonna happen tomorrow. Give people their flowers while they still here. Also, whenever you help somebody be the best person that they can be, in that moment, you being the best person that you can be. So go out there and be great. And before you go to bed and after you wake up, make sure that you have a glass of water. That's gonna help you with all of your digestive problems and add some nutrients to your life. Like, comment, subscribe, join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. That's all I got on this one.